going on, YouTubers? It's me, once again, your boy, the AJ Lee fanboy, aka the Wrestling Otaku. Yep, RKO 2582, here to do my Raw review for this week of October the 15th, 2012. I apologize for not getting this uploaded yesterday, but let's not waste any time to get this Raw review underway. So Raw kicks off with it's the big slow crowd word. And yeah, the big slow, of course, goes on and on and on, saying, the debate looks stupid. I brought the broken. Yeah, and all that crap. But he's saying, pretty much long story short, he wants to beat Sheamus and knock him out at Hell in a Cell so he becomes the new world champion. And then, of course, he's like, I want to erase the 45 seconds from last. And then, of course, some fans chanting, 45 seconds, 45 seconds, 45 seconds. That was funny. Then he calls Daniel Bryan out, and Daniel Bryan's like, no, I ain't going out there. And then, my baby, AJ, you're watching him. Pretty much forced him to go out. And, of course, yep, Daniel Bryan was like, no! And I was with Daniel, no! And everyone was like, yes! No! And it was funny. He did that all the way out to the ring. And hence, the first match of the night, Big Show against Daniel Bryan. And at least it lasted longer than 45 seconds. I'm surprised. I don't know. And yeah, and it was a good match. And Daniel Bryan was once again proving how good he is. And just when he was getting on the top rope, unfortunately, Big Show hits him with a choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Big Show wins, and yep, and then Kane finally shows up, and then he was all laughing at Daniel Bryan like, ah, and then just when Big Show was about to hit the WND, Kane just backs up Daniel Bryan like, no one makes fun of Daniel Bryan but me. Yeah, showing that dysfunctional caring, you know how that is. And yeah, that's how we end with that. Alright, next you have Paul Heyman. Yep, he introduces my WWE Champion, CM Punk, best in the world, and respect. And he was like proving my integrity and all that stuff, saying, I don't care and all that crap. He's saying, I'm better than everybody and stuff, saying, I'm a disrespectful. He's like, treat me with disrespect, I'll verbally own you, proving I am the best in the world. And he's like, I've beaten Vince to the point that he's never going to be in the ring again. He's like, am I the devil? And he's like, I'm an angel. And he's like, okay, here are my two opponents. You know, he had a big decision tonight. You have Ryback or John Cena. And he pretty much put him in good perspective. Like, John Cena is the devil I know, and Ryback is the devil I don't know. And then he was teasing with his choice. And then who comes? Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He's just like, I gave you the chance, Punk, and guess what, pal? You blew it. So now it's McMahon's choice, and then it's going to be a contract signing later on in the night to determine once and for all who is CM Punk going to face at Hell in a Cell, either John Cena or Ryback. And then, of course, McMahon said, respect that. Alright, we had a genre match between the Funkasaurus Brothers Clay and Alberto Del Rio. And it figures Alberto Del Rio gets the cross-arm breaker on Brothers Clay. Yeah, makes a tap out, of course, getting Del Rio ready for that, in his words, that the golden snake Randy Orton and all that crap. So pretty much at Hell in a Cell, it's official. Randy Orton is going to go one-on-one with Alberto Del Rio. Alright, next was the primetime players going up against Team Cobra. You know, my boy Zack Ryder, woo, and that's Meatball Santino Morella. And it was a pretty much a short tag team match. In the end, yep, Titus hits the Clash of the Titus, and 1, 2, 3 are winners. The primetime players got to do this $1 million millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars, yeah. And it didn't end there. You had 3MB beat down Ryder, and of course, the 3MB, of course, with Drew McIntyre, Jabbar Mahal, and the one man band, baby, Heath Slater, and I hate these three so damn much. They suck, they suck, they suck. Alright, calm down. Alright, anyway, you have, excuse me, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, Vicky Guerrero come out, and of course Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Billy Gunn Jr., and he was all bashing at Ryback, saying like, "Oh, you're cheering for him now, by next month you ain't gonna remember who the hell he is and stuff." He said, "I should be facing CM Punk for the WWE title." He said, "Not only that, if I win the WWE title, I can still cash in my money bank to win the world title all in the same night." And then David Otunga, aka Carlton Banks, come out saying he should get a title shot. Yeah, right, Carlton Banks. And my baby AJ pretty much put a stop to this and saying a 2-on-1 handicap match between the men that they were complaining about. Ryback, baby. And I like that backpack stunner that he did on Otunga, and then Ziggler was like, hell no, I ain't getting squashed by Ryback. And then he let Otunga get the brunt of it. The shell shock. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Ryback. Bang, bang, more. Bang, bang, more. Done. Alright, you had Justin Gabriel going up against the U.S. champion that no one cares about, Antonio Cesaro. Champion Sagat, yep, aka Sagat from Street Fighter, and of course, and this was an alright match. It was pretty good for what it was. But in the end, Antonio Cesaro hits it with a Tiger uppercut and the neutralizer for the win. 1, 2, 3, winner once again. Antonio Cesaro. Alright, next was Kane and Matt Striker, and Kane hugged him, and then he chokeslammed him 1, 2, 3. Kane wins in the post interview saying, like, yeah, are you feeling okay, man? And of course saying, I'm the tag team champion. I'm the tag team champion. And now on to Miz TV. Alright, Miz TV happened, and the guest for this week was my boy. Boom, 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 finally on his own like he should be. Kofi freaking Kingston. And pretty much Kofi was showing the footage that Kofi was putting the beat down Miz last week on Raw in that Larry King segment. And of course Miz saying like, you're pretty much relevant thanks to me and all that crap. And he's like, it's like saying, I carried you. And Kofi's like, excuse me? Like, when I beat your behind, he said, it looked like you needed to be carried out. And then, of course, Miz went on his barrel with Kofi saying, you're a B player. You've been in the WWE for 5 years. You haven't done nothing. And all that crap and stuff. And, well, I say he could have been main man if it wasn't for Randy freaking Orton. But that's for another time. But Kofi said, you might be right. Maybe it's time I step up my game. And then, of course, all you're going to be remembered is boom, boom, boom. And Kofi beat the... Oh, I was so happy. So happy Kofi beat the crap out of that punk fool, The Miz. And of course, Kofi goaded The Miz to have a one-on-one matchup later in the night, which I know some people are like, why in the hell are they having a match? Because they're supposed to have a match tonight on WWE main event, which I'm going to watch. And I'm praying to God, you know, who wins. And don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. And yeah. Alright, I'll get to more on them later on. But next, you had Sheamus and Wade Barrett, second time, and rematch from last week, since it ended in, you know, DQ and stuff. And it was still a good match once again, but once again, I hated it had to end in damn DQ. It was a good-ass match, too. And, and then, Big Show once again gets involved. And then, Barrett still got bro kicked even though the match is already over. Then Sheamus got the best of show this time since last week's show blocked the bro kick and stuff. So I can only imagine. And I'm hoping once Sheamus deals with Big Show, I hope Barrett is the next to challenge him because I would like that very much. I would rather see them two instead of Sheamus, Del Rio, and Sheamus and Big Slow. You feel me? Alright, next is the Divas match. Yes, a Divas match. And it's for the Divas title. Eve versus Layla. Finally, the rematch we've been waiting for. And for a Divas match, it was really, really good. And I know most people treat this like a piss spray. But if they give them the time, I even read up JR's thoughts on the Divas. And I agree with him. If they give them enough time, then it would be a decent match. And it was a good match. And I heard some this is awesome chance because I found out that Layla Blue popped out or something like that. That's hard. Love her. But Eve gets the pin and, Layla had her foot in a row, but of course Eve being the hostie that she is, she sneaks one. And then of course Eve's all acting like, yeah, I won all that bullshit. And yeah, so once again, Eve is still your Divas champion. Alright, you had Team Road Scholars, my team, going up against Epico and Prima, but wait a minute, weren't they supposed to face Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara for the finals? To determine the official new number one contender who's going against Team Hell No in a Cell. Well, unfortunately, Mysterio got a stomach virus or the flu, as they said on commentary that he couldn't be there because he was sick. So they're gonna postpone until next week. So hence, this is just a squad match just to keep Road Scholars looking strong, which they did. And all I got to say is, you're welcome. And Miz and Kofi's matchup comes up, and Miz was doing just fine, and then this right here was the talk of the match right here. Once Kofi hits the boom, 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 bah! Trouble in Paradise, you could hear that kick, man. And boy, did he not miss the hell out for it, and I loved it. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Kofi Kingston. And the Miz had like a cut on his eye and stuff. He was unconscious. He really knocked him for a loop, man. And it was good stuff. And I can only imagine what they're going to do tonight's main event match. And from what I hear, it's a good thing that the Miz didn't get no concussion or nothing. So it's good that the match is still going to happen because I really want to see this match. Alright, and now on to the contract signing. Alright, the contract signing. Yep, it's decision time, people. Alright, you had CM Punk and Mr. McMahon come out, and of course Ryback and John Cena. And you have Punk's calling this man like, you're an ego man, and all that stuff. And Cena's like, he's like, you've held the title for 330 days. And I respect the reign, but not you. And he's like, you need to shut the hell up. And he's saying, he's like, you think Ryback gives a crap about the title? All he cares about is kicking ass. Yeah, and then he's like, and it seems like you need to get your ass whipped and all that crap. And then he was chanting, feed me. So pretty much he let Ryback get the shot. And as you can tell, like, John Cena's elbow's still not 100%. But it's cool that Ryback is going up against CM Punk, and then this is the part that kind of pissed me off a little. I love Ryback. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Ryback fan, but I hate that he shell-shocked the champ. I was surprised. And of course, he was all the frenzy. Of course, please, me more, and all that jazz. And that's how we end Raw this week. So, Ryback and CM Punk at Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship. And all I gotta say is, wow. I never expected Ryback to get this big of a push this quick and stuff, and I'm only question, like, there's some confusion with this. You have Punk's historic title reign, it could be in jeopardy now, and Ryback's undefeated streak. It's like something's gotta give at Hell in a Cell. It's like one or the other. And as much as a huge Ryback fan I am, this is kind of too soon for him to get the title, because I don't want him to win it. Nothing against, but I want Punk to retain like the majority. So there you go. Alright, that was my Raw review for this week, and this is your boy RKO2582 signing off. See you, everyone.